Hello there.
The journey of the IMDb top 250 movies continues, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Elie Moses, your 23-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia, shooting a shot, baby. And today, we are going to be watching the Korean film Oldboy for the first time. I am hella excited. A fellow subscriber of the channel has been recommending me this film for about 2 years now. And finally, I have come to it. I have come to the final boss, and I'm going to watch this film. I am so excited. And just in general, watching Korean films, the more I watch of foreign films in general, the more I appreciate filmmaking, because these guys are rival, if not are better than the films Hollywood produce, and it is always fantastic to see films like this. And I know this film is a 2003 film, but however, we are finally getting to it. And James Gunn actually put a tweet out a couple of weeks ago saying this is in his top 5 comic book movies of all time, which makes me, like, if I wasn't excited enough, this makes me more excited for this film. So we are going to be watching it. I have to rent it on Amazon Prime because no streaming service has it for free. So it's going to be worth the price, hopefully. So yeah, it is made in 2005. This is the original Oldboy. I heard there was like an American remake, which is not to be watched. But yeah, this is the OG Oldboy, the one that's based loosely off the Japanese comic or manga, I believe. So yeah, let's waste no more time. Let's get into the reaction. Let's have some fun with this thing. I'm hella excited. Yeah, let's get into Oldboy. As part of my university degree, I had to watch like foreign films every week, like from a different country each week. We had to do Parasite, which I had already seen. But just watching Korean films in general, the couple I've seen, like I said in the intro, they rival, if not are better than the films Hollywood produces. I mean, the cinematography and lighting in their films in general is just tenfold better. They just have so much attention to detail. It's fantastic.
얘기를 하고 싶다고. 네. 이름은 대수. 아, 내가 뭘 지적됐냐고! 아이 씨발로. 진짜 저 사람 안 되겠다. 아유 이 씨발. 아유 앉아. 예 죄송합니다.
Bro, I swear it's never coincidences with it's always like the films I watch like always have some resemblance. Like yesterday I watched North by Northwest for the first time, and the main character in that film was drunk in the beginning of the film and had to play a drunk like person obviously, and he was acting like really funny and sarcastic. And here in the beginning of this film, All Day Sue is already acting drunk and like sort of funny. I was like, there's always a coincidence with the films I watch like back to back.
아 이쁘지? 봤어요.
예.
가서 앉아. 우리 딸내미 오늘 생일이거든요. 생일에 대해서 내 선물 사는데 한번 보여줄게. 하늘은 저가 그렇다 있고 강물은 유감선이 떠 있고 내 이름이 왜 오대수냐면은
아, 좀 조용 좀 하라고. 조용히 좀.
보내줘!
Perfectly executed cut right there. Hella quiet now. Okay, I take that back.
저거 진짜 콩밥 좀 먹으면 안 되겠다 저거. 야, 잡아.
그런 추측을 뒷받침하고 있습니다.
So has he been framed for killing his wife? And has been locked up for a year already by his captors?
시간은 잘 간다.
Oh, my guy did a Shawshank Redemption.
10년. 4년.
I haven't had much to commentate on in the first 15 minutes. I've just been wanting to absorb it, and I've been so invested in it and locked in already. And I love how his like cell has this sort of like green tinge to it. In the sort of opening, or like sort of like the foreground of the frame, when the camera is positioned like in the corner of the room and it's like looking as to his training and things like that. And even like sort of the outside of the cell has this sort of green tinge to it. And I feel like this whole entire film is sort of gonna have this like dark green tinge to it, or like light green, depending on the mood and tone and theme of the scene. But I love how he was sort of monologuing and voiceovering about you know, the importance of the TV, and he was talking about how the TV can be your clock and calendar, and through the TV, it's able to convey other sort of things. He was talking about a lover's life and things like that. And through the TV, he's able to learn various things and basically stay in touch with the world and things like that. And then you saw over the 15 years, it was through the TV as well, he's able to learn the art of sort of fighting and things like that, and the attention to detail as well as he's digging, or sort of digging out of his cell. You see the calluses continue to form, or the scars continue to form on his knuckles, and they continue to grow and things like that from the excess of continuing to punch the wall and things like that. So great attention to detail.
푸른 잔디가 끝없이 펼쳐진 들판입니다. 찬란한 햇빛이 비추고 산들바람이 붑니다.
There's also a prevalent amount of red, like the color red, utilized in this film to juxtapose the green as well. Even the woman was wearing her red dress. His prison outfit is red as well, and this box in this field of green grass is red as well, or like sort of like a hot pink.
아닌가요? 예.
You're gonna push him and the dog off? Oh no, okay. Wait.
바로 그 공중전화 골목이다.
Oh, I love this. This was the beginning of the film.
그렇다고 옥상에 던져놓다니 꽤나 고지식한 놈인가 보다. 네, 그래.
My bro just gave him the whole 15-year rundown, and when it came time to tell his story, he's like, nah.
웃어라. 온 세상이 너와 함께 웃을 것이다. 울어라. 너 혼자만 울게 될 것이다. 처음 듣는다. 텔레비전은 요걸 안 가르쳐 주니까 10년 동안의 상상 훈련.
Let's find out.
실전했을 뭐가 있을까?
Bro, getting hit by his knuckles is gonna hurt. Like, they're gonna feel those punches.
돌돔, 오플레그나투스, 바스키아투스. 낚싯바늘에 걸렸을 땐 완강하게 저항하는 것으로 유명하다. 경상남도에서는 그 새끼를
I swear in each scene, in each, like, or most of the shots, there's always something that's backlit by green, juxtaposed with red in the shot as well. Here, even, like, the fish tanks are lit with green, and then you sort of got, like, the red carpet in the opposing shop and the red light in the top left. I don't know if it's intentional. I'm guessing it is, because there's, like, some hidden meaning here between the green and red, and I'm interested to see if the film explains it or it's something we're meant to sort of find out ourselves.
이 무슨 냄새지?
어디서 뵀죠?
전국 일주, 세계 일주 요리왕을 찾아라. MBC 매주 목요일.
Oh, okay, he recognizes her from the TV show.
최연소 여자 1심 요리사.
아, 그거요?
다 생각해봐요. 인생을 통째로 복습하는 거야.
Oh, this is gonna be a journey. This is gonna be a journey.
숙제를 할 차례잖아. 안 그래?
Time to dig deep.
명심해요.
Again, the green juxtaposed with red in this scene as well.
와이 덩어리든 물에 가라앉기는 마찬가지예요.
Is that sort of like reflecting his animal instincts at the moment? Because he's like been locked up so long, he sort of forgot how to act and be human.
굉장히 차거든요.
얘가 왜 이러지?
언니.
I I still cannot I cannot help but recognize the color grading in this film or the intentional use of color and symbolism. I remember when Orde Su was released from the back the luggage case. The luggage case was a sort of bright red color, but inside the luggage case was purple, and he was surrounded by sort of like a green field, or what we thought was a green field, but it was just like the rooftop of a building. And then the individual who committed suicide was wearing a purple tie as well. So I think the color selection in terms of what characters wear, where color is placed, is very important in this film. Now I think red red is probably like revenge, hatred, blood. And green is usually associated with like nature, peace, tranquility. So I guess maybe through his revenge, he will find closure and peace and tranquility. But then also sometimes with the red, purple will follow. So I'm guessing, I don't know what purple symbolizes in this film, or we're yet to find out. And I think the film will start to uncover that as we get through the film. Did she go into the bathroom with a
15년 동안의
knife?
상상 훈련 과연 실전에 쓸모가 있을까? 없다.
구독하면 무조건 개미죠. 내가 만나본 진짜 이런 사람들은 다 잠깐이라도 개미 한각 겪었어. 곰곰이 생각해보니까
Oh, okay.
개미들은 항상 때로 댕기잖아요. 그래서 진짜 이런 사람들은 개미 생각 자꾸 하게 되나 봐. 물론 난 한
So
번도
if you
느껴본 적
delve
없지만
into that deep loneliness, you start to imagine ants. And she's probably had a similar experience to that.
아니 그 새끼 잡아 죽인 다음에
Are you able to communicate telepathically, or are they just using the voiceover and monologue just as like a technique? Oh, he's trying to find out where the food came from.
10군데건 100군데건 상관없다.
I'm gonna track it down.
15년 먹은 맛을 잊을 수는 없으니까.
놓고 가.
예.
Oh, is that the prison facility right there? Target acquired. Trajectory acquired.
족방새야.
Starting to use that word.
우리 7.5층 4번 말이야. 보안이 생명이거든.
Oh. Wow, yeah, this is mad. Oh, like mad, but like, yo, you even start to, you see the blood come out with the tooth, like in one frame, like in one shot as well.
말할래.
Brother, he can't talk anymore. Like, what's he gonna talk with? All that for I don't know. At least he got the phone call.
A, B형 손들어라.
One take hallway fight scene. Come on, come on, come on. Yes, baby. Did he get stabbed in the back? Yeah, he did. That's the adrenaline kicking in. Body shot, left hook. We still going in one take. We still going in one take. Hey, that's my hammer. Give it back. That's all day Sue's, bro. Give it. The guy's looking back for support. It's like, where's the Mendem? Yo, the music's fantastic in this scene as well. You know what, to me as well, I feel like that's the natural fatigue of the actor as well kicking in. Like, it helps him act fatigue as well. Having to film that fantastic one-take hallway fight scene right there. I feel like that's his actual fatigue kicking in as well. So it helps him act that way. And everyone else in that scene as well. Because I think clearly it was... They built the set of, like, the opposing cell doors. And because obviously in this way, in this shot right here, you can see the hallway and things like that. But I think it was like another soundstage or set recreated of those doors. And you had the camera rigged up on sort of like a track. And it was seamlessly moving perfectly. Like, very still. You could see everything. And the action was fantastic. Like, yeah, no shaky cam whatsoever. And it was easy to follow. And it was badass. They don't want that smoke. Oh, they got the smoke. Okay, I thought that... I feel like John Wick was heavily inspired by this. Like, heavily. Yeah, now you start to realize you're stabbed once the adrenaline starts to wear off.
잘 가라 오대수. 잘 가라.
Telling you, this guy's got that bounty on him, that John Wick bounty. Everyone knows who he is. There again, red followed by purple.
오대수는요. 말이 너무 많아요.
Would his friend possibly have anything to do with it?
이 음성 들은 적 있냐? 이 정도로 날 증오할 만한 사람 알아? 여명 몬스터는 널 잡기 위해 만든 함정이야. 처음 본 남자를 집에 끌어들이는 넌 도대체 누구야? 에버그린이 누구야?
That King Kong in the background?
작업 준비됐나? 불러. 이름이 수대오고.
Oh, yo, he johnning it down on her body.
조선. 응암도 세운 아파트 7동 407호.
With her lipstick.
별로 안녕하지 못하다. 더 넓은 감옥에서의 삶은
15년 동안 당신을 지켜봤어요. 덕분에 그동안 잘 지낸 셈이야. 심심하지도 않고 외롭지도 않고.
This guy gotta be his long lost son or
상처받은
something.
자한테 복수심만큼 잘 되는 처방도 없어요. 이런 거 다 잊어버릴 수 있을 거야.
I feel like he's too young to be like a lover of his wife or
복수심은
anything.
건강에 좋다. 하지만 복수가 다 이루어지고 나면 어떨까? 오대수 씨, 오랜만이야.
Long time no see. He's clearly interacted with him in the past somehow, and we're just gonna go on a journey to uncover the hidden story with Oldboy as well.
아니에요? 문도 열어놓고 온 것 같던데?
여기 치과 잘하더라요.
Alright, he gonna make you revisit the dentist.
잠깐만. 잠깐만. 깜짝. 진짜 가자. 싸우자. 싸우자. 악발이다.
네 손목 잘라야겠어. 미터 유방 만졌잖아, 이 새끼가.
아직도 나 의심이야, 이 나쁜 놈아!
아무래도 좀 성사되기가 힘들 것 같습니다.
I love how like they keep reminding you that Oldboy is still human in the end of the day. You know, he ain't invincible. He cannot, you know, continue due to the extent of his injuries. These injuries are gonna have a lasting effect, and they're gonna continue to affect his ability to, I guess, get revenge. Even in that situation that he got hit by the bat and probably opened up his wounds again, or really caused a lot of pain right there because his wounds aren't fully healed, and he's not gonna have some invincible serum or invincible plot armor or writing there that says he can take on all of these guys again, because he physically can't.
아저씨.
They've established in this film, or the villain has said, that Oresu talks too much. So he must have said something to someone previously in his lifetime that has caused this to happen. Be crazy how the villain was just like right there as they slept. Well, the supposed villain. Oh, he already cut off his hand for him. Is it me, or does this room awfully like, or like the room they were staying, awfully resemble his prison cell? Like the layout and everything, even the background where the window was.
우리를 도청하고 있다는 뜻이야. 여기를 안다는 건 미행했다는 뜻이고.
어쩌면요.
What, the bug may be inside his body.
풀어준 이유가요. 복수한다고 막 미쳐서 다니는 꼴이 재밌어서 그런
Oh no,
거
an issue.
아닐까?
3학년 2반 아이가. 내가 같은 반 아이가. 네 옆반이잖아. 근데 수아는 말라고.
아니 근데 왜
But this goes back to his school days.
죽어서 사진이 없구나. 이수아가 어떻게 죽었니?
시체가 한 일주일 후에 물에 팅팅 불어갖고 나타났다 하나.
어떤 애였니?
그 완전히 걸레였다 이 걸레. 그 있다 아이가 겉으로 새침하 요조 숙련데 이게 속으로는 완전히 걸레인기야 이기. 어? 괜한 소나 씨발.
I love the transition there.
소문이 쫙 퍼졌다 아이가.
Oh, Evergreen just sitting right across him in the cafe.
공부도 없고 잘했어. 근데 결정적으로 고기 그리 해봤다는 거 아니냐. 아 참네. 야 진짜 옛날 얘기다 옛날 얘기야.
Is he gonna kill him with the shard from the disc?
하도 오래되고 기억은 잘 안 나는데. 그 수박 고기 그러니까네. 잠깐만. 예쁜이도
Yeah. That pinched a nerve. Maybe that was his sister, family, or something, because he said they were really rich, and before in the scene they were talking about like a $270 million deal with Evergreen, or this Lee Ju individual.
오대씨, 우리 누나는요.
Yeah, it was his sister, yeah.
걸레가 아니었어요. 에? 그거 정말 알아주셔야 돼요.
You know what I've noticed with the music in this film as well? Like each scene, even with the scene as well when Ordesu confronted, I forgot his name, I'm just gonna call him Evergreen. Evergreen for the first time, you hear this sort of like orchestrated symphony in the background, or like a light piano noise in the background, and then sometimes it crescendos, sometimes it comes and overwhelms what you're seeing on screen, and sometimes it's faintly played in the background, and it just adds so much to the scene. Like it feels like such a calm and soothing sensation. Like, but even though like what they were talking about, Evergreen and Ordesu, when they first interacted with each other, it was like a serious situation. Like, but it, like, yeah, it just created that like just soothing sensation. I don't know. It was just so peaceful. It was just like a light piano in the background, and then sometimes it comes to the forefront of what you're watching, and it overwhelms what you're hearing. So, did he say something about his sister that caused her to commit suicide? I'm guessing because the running thing with Ordesu is that he talks too much. So he must have said something to his sister before he's transferred that caused her to commit suicide.
상리와 솥대 뽑혀서 금리 해박은 사람 소개로 왔습니다.
맨 유도제 타는 일만 해줬는데 왜?
소디움 바비트레이트.
착착박하네.
I love how it's like now the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Got 2 more days, baby.
잘한다 이 가시나. 네가 그래 우정을 무슨 미친년 빤스 취급하니까네 알 틈이 있나? 시끄럽다. 그럼 누가 알겠노?
Keeps looking at her kneecaps.
좋아해? 네가 제일 잘할 기록한다 야가.
Damn. I love how we're seeing both the old and young Ordesu as they retrace their steps. There's something deep and buried in his memory that he's sort of locked away and sort of has to uncover now. See, what I've noticed as well with the flashbacks here, it's sort of got this purple hue surrounding it. Oh, he recognizes the seating position. Wait, she's got her legs crossed over. I like how the camera is sort of positioned as well, sort of like as a POV shot, as Oresu's like looking through the glass as well. So it's not a clear picture here, it's sort of like distorted and blurred out, like in sort of like the white hue on screen. And then in the background of some of the shots, you can see the purple outline or the purple lighting around the windows. Maybe purple is meant to convey like memories in the past in this film. Did she see Ordesu in the reflection possibly? Or someone looking at her? Yeah, there.
그럼 7월 5일은 무슨 날이죠?
그날
That's the day she committed suicide. So Odesu saw that it was like an incestuous relationship between the
아니야,
sister and
문제.
brother, and the brother's
복수하고
after him,
싶어서가
right?
아니라 왜 그랬는지 알고 싶어서 싸운다고 했죠?
자모는 영어로 맥심이야. 그리고 또 에버그린은 자기가 높은 탑에 산다고 했어.
I love
역장 사절은 층수겠지.
I love how this film reutilizes certain phrases, like the grain of sand and the rock sinking the water as well, and this one as well again. Proverbs. Oh, penthouse. I thought it was Proverbs. I love how also the inner shirt of Odesu's suit has changed now. With the blazer, it was just all black before, now it's with red. Also, I've noticed this throughout the film, like, Mido's awfully young, right? To be with Odesu.
앞에서 무릎 꿇고 싹싹 빌게 해주세요.
넌 누나와 잤다.
There we go.
가서 얘기하시죠.
What if Mido is the daughter of him and his sister? Like she had the baby, but then committed suicide because... Nah, not with the toothbrush. Not with the toothbrush.
말로 하세요. 그리고 내가 소문을 냈다. 그래서 이수아가 죽었어.
Odesu talks too much.
그냥 잊어버린 거야. 왜? 싱거운가요? 하지만 사실이야. 당신은 그냥 잊어버렸어.
Yeah.
왜? 남의 일이니까. 난 그 소문에 점점 빠져들기 시작하더니 결국 그걸 믿어버리더라고. 그러더니 정말 월경이 그치고 배가 불기 시작했어.
Oh, so she did get pregnant.
신기하죠? 당신의 혀가 우리 누나를 임신시켰다니까?
No, your sperm got your
이유진의
sister
사지가
pregnant.
아니라 오대수의 혓바닥이.
이수아는 혼자 합천 때문에 가서 죽었다는데 그날 찍힌 이 사진은 뭐야?
Him,
이 7월 5일은 뭐냐?
he's the photographer.
에이, 별로 재미없다. 그냥요, 하던 얘기나 마저 하죠. 들어봐요.
They use this type of framing in Angel. When I was watching Angel, I forgot what the technique was used, but it's when both of them are in focus in the frame. And obviously I keep forgetting his name, Evergreen. He's prominently in the right hand side of the screen in focus, but it almost looks as if he's cut into the shot, if that makes sense. I forgot what the technique was used. Someone said it in the comments in one of the Angel episodes when they use the same technique where Odesu is in the sort of the background. He's still in focus, but it's almost as if Evergreen is sort of cut into the shot here. It looks like unnatural, but it's a clever technique to get both of their facial expressions at the same time and to have both of them in focus. I forgot what the technique was called. I forgot what style it was.
자, 최면후 암시라고 들어봤어요? 최면 상태에서 암시를 걸어놓고
누구 밑에서 일하는 게 그렇게
당신 둘 다한테 암시를 걸었다니까?
Oh,
여기서 한 가지 다행스러웠던 건 당신 둘 다 보통 사람들보다 최면 감수성이 월등히 높다는 거였죠.
oh, he's gonna have one half of the wings with each. No, okay. Don't tell me he made Odesu sleep with his daughter. Nah. Ah. Damn. So he entrapped him in a prison for so long to, like, the punishment and trauma here is real. Like he also, like, he not only slept with his daughter and manipulated him to sleep with his daughter, manipulated both of them through their hypnosis, but he also imprisoned him for 15 years to not even witness the growth of his daughter, to not be with her. That's... Oh, he got him. He got him. Did he have Mr. Han under hypnosis as well? To, like, follow orders? So his sister must have committed suicide while she was pregnant.
아저씨 여기요. 무슨 상자 갖다 놨는데.
What's in the box?
열어보라는데.
안 돼. 미도야, 안 돼. 절대 열지 마. 절대 열지 마. 그 열면 큰일 난다. 손도 대지 마, 알았지?
이거 뭐예요?
See, that's a father's cry right there.
아저씨 알죠?
미도야, 조금만
Yeah, see?
아저씨가 내가 금방 갈 테니까.
지금 빨리 와주면 안 돼요?
You know what I loved as well in the scene before? There was like a couple scenes before where Mido was alone in the room and she had the angel wings on and sort of trying to flap him and fly and things like that. But it's like sort of what's happening right now is sort of evoking like the antithesis of that, if that makes sense, because she's meant to be this pure individual, and if anything, she's impure now. She's scarred like for life, basically. She slept with her own father. Like that purity and innocence has been taken away. That chastity of hers, like.
미도가 이 사실을 알면은 너 이 개새끼야! 너 머리 털끝부터 발톱까지 이 지구상 동서남북 어디서도 네 시체를 찾을 수 없을 거야. 왜? 내가 잘근잘근 씹어 먹을 테니까.
The line delivery is fantastic. You feel it.
내가 잘못했다. 내 이만 취소한다. 취소해. 회장님. 어르신, 회장님.
You know what's funny?
우진아, 우리 동창이잖아.
I have a thought. That individual in the beginning of the film who delivered food to Odesu, was that Wu Jin? You know, when he was hugging at his feet in the beginning of the film? Or was it the other individual whose hand got chopped off? Because right there was a parallel with Odesu clutching at his feet, begging for mercy and trying to find out information. And in the beginning of the film as well, he was trying to find out that information and asking questions and sort of begging, like, you know, how long am I going to be here for? Just please let me know, tell me. He was like begging for mercy. And the same thing is happening here. I just wonder if that was Wu Jin visiting him at the beginning of the film. I love how we haven't seen Wu Jin's facial expressions here. It's all been focusing on Odesu. My guy's laughing. I thought he was crying for a sec. That's evil. He's gonna cut out his own tongue. This is a fantastic film. This is a fantastic film. You gonna take both their heads off? Oh, plays the recording of him and
누나하고 난 다 알면서도 사랑했어요. 너희도 그럴 수 있을까?
wow. And also you as the audience, you're like sort of reliving it, knowing the relationship now as well. Like it's just so uncomfortable to hear. And you're just imagining, like, look at the suffering Orde Su's been through. And
여기까지가 제가 겪은 모험의 전부입니다. 끔찍한 이야기 끝까지 들어주셔서 고맙습니다.
I mean, a question, is Wu Jin up there with one of the best villains ever? Because in terms of a hero who you're meant to root for, I feel like this film, this whole film, you've been presented a box, right? Like you as the audience have been presented a box and you're slowly uncovering everything. Like there's so much to unpack here. This is not just a single gift inside this box. You're unpacking everything and there's so many layers to it. It's fantastic. I mean, Wu Jin has this like sort of cocky mannerism to himself, and the way he executes this plan of vengeance, like he's executed this all his life. He's planned this all his life and executed it to perfection, you'd say, because in the end, I feel like he triumphed, even though he committed suicide, obviously, because he says he says to Orde Su at the end, he has no more joy in his life because the only joy he had was seeking this vengeance against this individual, and he was so he was so he was so overwhelmed by the grief. He was so overwhelmed with grief by the death of his sister that he convinced himself it was Orde Su's words and not his actions that impregnated his sister. And then in the end, I guess it's a bit of poetic justice that he committed suicide like his sister as well, and sort of maybe, yeah, he had no more will to live, I guess. Like, and it just makes his suicide so powerful in this film. Like, he's a really, really well written villain, and he's able to decimate the character we're rooting for. He's able to bring him to the point where he's not even human anymore. Oh, like he's acting like a ragged dog at the end. Like he brought out the animalistic nature in the end of Orde Su. He brought him to like there's breaking point, and there's like he brought him to the brink of like lowest of the lows in the end there. And for an individual that we're meant to root for this entire film, yeah, this is badass. It's a noir action film. It's a story of revenge. It's not just your ordinary story of revenge. There's so many layers to it, and then obviously when you uncover the twist, you're like, oh my gosh. And just when you think as well, Orde Su's gonna get the upper hand, you know, he's gonna stop his robotic car. It's like, no. And I feel like that was teased as well earlier in the film, when Orde Su was confronting Wu Jin, and Woo Jin was talking to him about the remote control there, or like the little device, and he was saying that you will never be able to torture me from memory. I think I think I'm recalling, like he was talking about you'll never be able to get me to that part of torturing me or to the brink of torturing, because before you even torture me, I will stop my heart. And it's sort of like saying Woo Jin is going to go out on his own terms. You're not even going to get your revenge that you desired or what you seek to me. And the way it's so beautifully written, and the music is absolutely fantastic.
님께서도 제가 왜 찾아뵙고 말씀드리지 않고 이렇게 편지를 써보냈는지 이해하셨으리라 믿습니다.
And it's also poetic, like
솔직히
in
내가
terms of like
선생을 도울 이유는
Woo
없죠.
Jin, Odaesu talks too much and he cut out his own tongue. Couldn't even bear to tell his own daughter as well.
근데
Like,
말이죠. 이 마지막 한 줄에 마음이 움직였어요.
is he gonna try and become hypnotized and forget about the whole situation, or in general his daughter?
준비되셨으면 나무 하나를 응시하세요. 여기는
Oh, the way it transitions to a concrete pillar.
적막한
Fantastic.
비밀을 모르는 당신의 이름은 오대수. 비밀을 아는 당신은 몬스터예요. 종이 또 한 번 울리면 몬스터가 뒤돌아 걷기 시작합니다. 결국 몬스터는 70살에 죽게 됩니다. 걱정할 건 없어요. 매우 편안한 죽음이니까요. 행운을 빕니다.
I love the reflection of the mirror on the color right there, because it's like sort of Odesu, the individual who forgets the secret, is watching the monster go out on his own journey right there. And he gets to see him embark on his own journey for a little bit, but then the lights shut off, and it's just like, you know how it ends, you're not there for the journey. That's it. You're not going to see what happens until he reaches 70. You just know he will die a peaceful death at 70. The monster will die a peaceful death at 70. You created this monster, but you do not get to see the journey. You do not embark on the journey with him, because now you are Odesu. I love that. So is he going to continue to be in love with Mido, but just forget the secret that she's his daughter? Even the sky is lit purple. Oh man, that was like, man, that was a fantastic film. Definitely deserves a rewatch, and I'll be rewatching this film again, because I felt like I might have missed some things on my first watch and things like that. But yeah, that was a fantastic, well-made film. Not only from a technical perspective, but the way it's written is and acted is phenomenal. And I can see why people will see this as one of the greatest comic book films of all time, because like even the protagonist, the individual who you meant to root for, oh man, it's just like, in the end, there is no victory in this film. Like, neither party triumphs. There is no happy ending, in my opinion. There, as much as like the ending may convey that, In terms of like, yeah, you got the individuals, you got the two couple that's in love with one another. The camera pans over the mountain range with the sort of red sunset with the blue sky that creates sort of like this purple background, purple skyline, and you know, symbolizes, you know, a happy future, what's next and things like that. Nah, I don't think it's a happy ending, this film. I think it's a sad ending. It's a very, very depressing ending once you unpack everything and understand the whole story, what's happened and things like that. It's a very, very depressing ending, and this film is just drained in melancholy. Like, it's bad. And in the end, like, I think to myself, does Odesu actually remember? Did the hypnotist really erase everything? Because you see that smile, and that smile starts to turn to sort of tears, or I'm not too sure. Like, and he obviously cannot speak, so he can't express his thoughts through words. He can only express it through emotions and things like that, and obviously maybe sign language in the future. But yeah, the hypnotist is also one of the most mysterious characters in this film. She comes and goes, does her thing. But yeah, you also still got individuals who possibly have that box. What happened to that box? Is it out there? Does Mido know the truth potentially? Did she open the box out of her own curiosity and find out the truth, but sort of maybe roll with the story that she's deeply in love with him and accepted it? You never know. You still don't know. But I think the villain in this film, or the antagonist, Wu Jin, is absolutely fantastic. I mean, you think to yourself, he had multiple opportunities in this film to take out Odesu. I mean, he could have sniped his ass. Like, there was multiple occasions like that can be referenced where he could have taken him out, but no, he brought him, like, the individual who was seeking revenge, Odesu, throughout this. Once everything starts to be uncovered, he brought him to the brink of, like, he sent him back to the Stone Ages, basically. Like, he brought out the primal instincts, like the animalistic nature of Odesu. At the end, you saw how he was begging for mercy like a ragged dog, to the point where he wanted to enslave himself to Wu Jin, just to protect that secret. You saw how he was acting, and Wu Jin is just got that cocky mannerism towards him. He was just laughing. He's like sort of triumphing and relishing in his own sort of victory right there, in terms of like, I've done this all my life to reach to this point, and I've seen and brought this man to this position. And he was sort of, yeah, I feel like the villain won in the end. Like, in my opinion, obviously the villain is layered and got his own sort of problems as well. We've seen the incest story and things like that, and what he went through with his sister's suicide and things like that. Like, the villain is very complex as well. But it's just an amazingly well-written film, and yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic. That's all I can say. And I can't wait to share my thoughts with you guys in the comment section. I can't wait for you guys in the comment section to share your thoughts about Oldboy. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. As always, it's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.